chose not to have the surgery. He chose to rest and relax and hope it goes away. And then he ended.
We took a look at Gilmore, and if we got Gilmore, we win in the division. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like Stephon Gilmore.
Richard Rodgers. He's with our team over the last couple of years. But this is about our 4th time picking him up. What does that mean for?
Welcome to another episode of BIRDGANG Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, BIRDGANG 31. Today, Nation, it is less than 24 hours away from the Niners game. So I brought on my buddy, CG.RUTHLESS, from the Niners content creator community to give us his thoughts about the game. How you doing today, my guy?
Doing good, man. Looking forward to it. Less than 24 hours. It can't be any quicker than expected. Yeah, I'm definitely excited about this matchup. Man, how's everybody doing, man? What is up with all the Eagle fans? You know, I'm looking forward to seeing all this brotherly love type of stuff. So tell me what you guys say, bro.
Hey, man, it's going to be nothing but love here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be a good game, man. We got a nice little test. You know, definitely going to be a lot harder than the Atlanta Falcons and definitely a lot harder than, you know, we're going to be a lot harder than the Detroit Lions over there. So it should be a good game. You know, how do you like your team so far coming into this game?
I like it's kind of been an injury issue, but as far as the team in general, I feel like we still have favorable schedules down the stretch. So I feel like we just have a good commodity, but I feel like you guys are going to give us a tougher matchup. So as far as me feeling as confident like most fans, I mean, it's one game at a time. So I got to just take it step by step on this one.
Yeah, man, it's going to be, it is a long season. We got an extra game, so it's like the season just started. You know, last year we only had 16 games, so this year we got 17, so this is going to be the first game. So I think that you guys looked really good last week. You know, given that last 2 minutes, other than that, you guys looked pretty good, but you guys did have some key injuries on your team. Who's starting that got hurt for you guys?
Okay, who's going to start in place of those guys? For Dre Greenlaw, he's out 6 to 8 weeks. Alshon Shire, number 51, will probably be the guy starting in place of him. Cornerback, Jason Brett's out for the season. It's either Josh Norman going to start at that spot, and then Emmanuel Mosley's going to be ruled out. He's listed as doubtful, so we might see Diamandolo Noor play that spot. Let's see. Brandon Ayuk was never in the doghouse, but he was just being cautious about it. They were being cautious about him in the situation. So I think that it's going to motivate him this week. So expect him to be fire up. The carries, the running back by committee, there's no starter. So it's either Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon playing, and Jermichael Hasty with split carries.
Yeah, man, I see that you guys went out and got an old Eagle there, Mr. Kerryon Johnson, you know, to get some plays or whatever for you guys. Is he still on you guys' practice squad? Is that where he's doing? He's not activated, right?
Well, he's just added there in case injuries happen, so that's the only possibility. But we did just added Trenton Cannon. I don't know what we're adding him for, maybe as a return man or something, but we'll find out about it. So that's the plan.
Okay, what do you think the Niners have to do to beat the Eagles this week?
Time of possession, stopping your passing game, containing Jalen Hurts, and most of all your running backs. They're going to be good on the backfield, so we have to be on our A game. So our defense really has to play their best, and they got to get to your quarterback. You guys have a really good offensive line, so that's going to be a tough task in the Lions' offensive line. So I think you guys are going to be a really good matchup. Your receivers are unique. It's kind of like facing the Chiefs' offense in a way with the receivers.
Yeah, right. We got them young guns out there. You know, Devontae Smith looked good in his first game. We've seen a little bit of Quez Watkins, but I think this game's going to open up a little bit more for him. And then Jalen Reagor got his first touchdown of the season. So, yeah, those guys out there got a lot of speed. And, you know, I think you guys, the starting cornerback and backup cornerback is hurt for your team. Is that right?
Yeah. Fortunately, It's happening right now. Like, Barrett's out for the year, and then our other backup, our other guy that's supposed to play, is going to be playing likely. We're going to have Josh Norman in. Emmanuel Mosley was listed as our starter, but he didn't play against the Lions, or he's not going to be able to play against the Eagles. So we might just rely on rookie cornerback from Oregon, Diamado Lenore, to be the starter.
Okay, man. That's gonna I think that's gonna be advantage Eagles right there. You know what I'm saying? Like with our guys out there all come trying to make a statement game for each other. I think that's gonna open up a lot of passing yards for Jalen Hurts, man. What's the biggest worry with Jalen Hurts? Is it more his arm or his legs?
He can do a lot of everything, but as far as like concerning to our defense, it's mostly the fact that he can run. That would probably be the only concerning factor. Maybe the fact he could throw the ball, but I think him as a runner is a scary thought.
Okay. Jaw Talk says he has a question. I have a question. Did the Niners fans send death threats and bad texts to Moser and his wife? Did that really happen?
From what I heard, it's kind of like been happening. I don't understand these fan base, man. Like, chill out, man. It's one thing to criticize a player, but leave his family and his personal life alone, man. It's like, you know what? I can say what I want about a certain player I don't like, but I'm not going to death threat their family or anything like that. You know, it's like it kind of has that similarity with Kyle Williams. When he fumbled the ball, a lot of our fan base were threatening this guy because he cost us the game, but did he have every right to get that? No. But I feel like every fan base needs to be held accountable, and I feel like it's embarrassing to have a fan base trying to act like Raider fans out there, man. Grow up.
Right, you know what they do over there in the Raiders. When the Raiders were in Oakland, man, I remember going to a game there where they played the San Diego Chargers, man, and the Raider fans were going crazy. If you weren't wearing the Raiders jersey, hell, even if you were wearing a Raiders jersey, you better watch out over there.
Yeah, especially with fan base like that. But
yeah, so how do you think Bosa's gonna do against Mailata?
that's an intriguing matchup. Bosa's actually has good technique, but Mailata is a big individual, so that's going to be the most interesting matchup. Is Bosa going to actually have his way against the guy, or is Mailata going to match up pretty well? Because Bosa can play against good big linemen, so I think it's going to be the well-tested matchup. So what do you think, man?
Yeah, man, I think this is his first challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is going against, a Pro Bowler in Bosa. And, man, I think that if we can contain Bosa, from getting to Jalen Hurts, then we have a better shot at winning this game for sure. We can't let him go free and do the things we know Bosa can do. So I'm hoping that Mailata is ready for it. I think he is, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of things that Mailata, needs work on is like technique type stuff, but his size alone, it's big, his size and athleticism is going to keep him ahead of the game with a lot of these defensive ends out there. So it's definitely going to be a good matchup. What other matchup do you see in this game that you think might be challenging for the Niners?
Well, the matchup I look more forward to is the fact that you guys got two tight ends, and that could be the intriguing matchup. Can Fred Warner and the other linebackers hold their own against these tight ends? Your running backs in the backfield, it has to be containable, and that's going to be the most intriguing matchup is the fact your offense is more explosive than the Lions, so it's going to be a well-tested matchup. So I'm intrigued by that matchup.
Yeah, man. And, your linebackers, too, Peter Warren, he's the highest-paid linebacker out in the game right now. He's definitely one of them beasts that you got to worry about. But do you guys have a couple more injuries over there in the linebacker position?
Just Dre Greenlaw, unfortunately. He's only going to miss 6 to 8 weeks, but we got this other guy, Al-Shair. He's a solid linebacker. He did pretty good against the Lions. We got this other guy that is a lighter kind of linebacker, but he can cover well. His name is Demetrius Flanagan-Foles. He's a decent guy, a decent player that you could put in. And then we just moved this guy from safety to linebacker, Marcel Harris. He's a solid run stopper, but really kind of dependable if you need him at those situations. But we'll wait and see.
Yeah, man. Who do you think is going to get the bulk of the care between Mitchell and Sermon? Because I remember Sermon in college, and that was a good back out there. You know what I'm saying? How do you think that's going to weigh out? Is Mitchell going to, continue to be that lead back? I know he was a 7th-round pick this year. And Sermon, I don't remember what round you guys got him in, but he's definitely a good one. How do you see that one playing out this week?
Oh, okay. To make it correctly, Elijah Mitchell was a 6th-round pick, not a 7th-round pick, but Yeah, he's kind of like the hot hand, but Trey Sermon's going to be fresh. He came into the third round, so my guess is it's pretty much going to be like it's probably going to go with the hot hand, which is Elijah Mitchell. But if Trey Sermon for some reason has a really good game, it's going to go to him. So it's anybody's guess. So I'm pretty sure it's going to go with. I think we're going to go with the physical back. So I think my money's on Trey Sermon at this if we were to keep him fresh. But I think it's going to be Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah, man, that's one thing I don't want the Eagles to do is overlook the run game because, Mostert's out. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys got Debo, you guys got Kittles out there, and, Ayuk. I don't want us to be more focused on the pass and forget about the running because there's some young guys that can really run that rock.
Yeah, because if we can average over 5 yards a carry, bro, that could be a tough matchup for you guys to overcome. What's up, Awesomeness Sports? But if we can average over 5 yards a carry against your defense, that's going to be an advantage for us because we can run the time a little bit, and that's not something you guys want to deal with.
Yeah, man, we definitely need to. I think our run game needs to start out. We need to start out with our run game this game. We passed a lot early last against Atlanta. Because they're poor defensive back. But I think this year we need to establish that run early. You know what I'm saying? And now we'll open up the pass game later. We've seen Devontae, we've seen Rager. I want to see some Quez Watkins deep on them young cornerbacks out there this game. Are you worried about Quez Watkins at all?
You guys have a lot of weapons. I don't know much about Quez Watkins. I've seen a little bit of his flashes for the preseason, so it's like I barely see a little bit. He seems like you're kind of Trent Sherfield of your preseason version, so I don't know what to expect out of this guy. So I think he's got burner. He's really a quick guy. He might concern a little bit of our DBs, but as far as like him general, I don't know what kind of a production he is, but I hear a lot of buzz about this guy. So maybe he might be the X factor. Maybe that's the one guy we need to watch out for.
Yeah, and then you go to our two tight ends, and we got two top 10 tight ends there in Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. We seen Hawkinson last week. He kind of lit you guys up, what I'm saying, on that tight end spot for Detroit. Do you see that as being a real big problem going into the game against the Eagles?
Yeah, it's going to be a problem because you got Zach Ertz, who's a Pro Bowler, even though he's not the same exact player, but he still will be a factor. And then you got Dallas Goedert, who's a really solid tight end. So that's going to be a really true test because you got two good tight ends compared to what the Lions had. They had TJ Hawkinson. You guys have two good tight ends. So that's going to be the most difficult matchup that I'm intrigued by because if we cannot cover either of your tight ends, it's a long day, or either it's going to be anybody's guess.
Yeah. How big of a day you think Kittle can have against our secondary? Last week we had Avonte Maddox covering Kyle Pitts, but Kyle Pitts was only a rookie. Kittle's is a veteran, all-pro veteran that definitely is going to be a lot better than Kyle Pitts. So, do you think that that's going to be a good matchup for you guys to get Kittle involved, to get him involved early?
I think it's a favorable matchup for Kittle because if you put a safety on this guy, forget about it. You're going to get burned. You're going to get beat, and it's not even fair if you put like somebody like Maddox in coverage, bro. I don't know. It's like you put in an undersized DB, forget about it, bro. You got to give him somebody like more physical. But yeah, I just see it more favorable for Kittle if he goes against Maddox.
For me, I just want to see the linebackers take him from the line, and then I want us to have bracket coverage with Harris. Anthony Harris is a Pro Bowler. He is a vet. He won't get fooled by a lot of moves like everybody else if you're younger, Kayvon Wallace or something like that. So I think Harris needs to cover him deep and then throw one of these linebackers on him early, closer to the line of scrimmage, and we should be all right.
Yeah, most of all, like you guys, what?
Oh, go ahead.
What were you gonna say? But yeah, like most of all, your linebackers are gonna be tested against our offense, so that's gonna be the true task because I see a lot of the weakness of it. So we can go on from there.
Yeah. Wilson didn't play that great of a game last week. I'm hoping he bounces back this week. We also got Davion Taylor off the injury list and back practicing. That's really an athletic linebacker that I think do good. But Singleton played a good game last week, so I'm looking for him to continue on and have another good game. We signed Josh Sweat this today, which I think is going to help bring some of that pass rush off the end. And as long as our defensive line gets to the quarterback often and early. I don't think those linebackers will have to worry about it as much as everybody think they will. Um, who's gonna play more? Like, do you see you guys using Trey Lance a lot more this week? I seen him. He had 4 plays last week. One being a passing touchdown. Do you think you guys gonna try to rotate him in and get him more involved in the offense, or do you think he's gonna be kind of like Jalen Hurts was for us earlier in the season, where he's just gonna be getting those 3 to 4 plays a game all the way until Garoppolo gives up the spot?
I think it's going to be a rotation for like the amount of limited plays. Maybe it's going to be the same thing against the Lions. So I think they're going to slowly get him some more plays, and maybe it's going to be kind of like the Taysom Hill package where he gets in for some run plays, maybe throw in some screen pass here and there. And that's probably what you're going to get at Trey Lance for right now. And then you slowly develop this guy and get him some reps, and then he'll build up slowly. But it's Jimmy's job right now, but we're going to rotate in for him just to give Trey Lance some confidence. Yeah.
So do you like Jimmy
Here's
more?
a fun fact. Jimmy, when healthy, he's a really good quarterback. I hate that everybody keeps underestimating this guy. Like 25-8 as a starter, you cannot replace something like that. And a lot of people keep saying what really gets on my nerves about it is, when we play Jimmy, we're going to lose. Come on. The guy's a good game manager. He does a good job. He doesn't get enough credit for the things he does. So it's like you really have to not underestimate this guy. When healthy, he can be a really good quarterback, but that's the way I look at it. Like, it's kind of disrespectful when they say that Jimmy's not a good quarterback, bro. I don't understand.
I won't say he's not good, but I'll say, he has a high winning percentage, and I think he probably had to work on his deep ball a little bit more, because I only see him really do, more of the middle of the field throws and shorter throws. You don't really see Jimmy take it deep too much. But yeah, man, Jimmy healthy, just like any other quarterback in the league that starts. You give them time to throw the ball, they're gonna make plays.
Absolutely. And as far as this guy mentioning Trey Sermon, don't forget Oklahoma. The guy was a beast at Oklahoma, so I don't really look at him as an Ohio State Buckeye. No offense, and I am an Oklahoma fan. So Trey Sermon's going to be a beast this week, man. I hope so. I hope he gets physical on the goal line. Yeah, man. So any other questions from you Philly fans? I'm up for it. Hey, let's agree that the Cowboys are trash and they're mediocre and nobody cares about them.
That is one thing we definitely agree on. The Cowgirls suck, and we got them next week, no matter the outcome. And I can't wait to have Hate Week all week long next week. We got some good content creators from the Cowgirls coming over, and we're definitely going to torch them. Do you guys play the Cowboys this year?
No, we just play the Eagles. That's about it. Looking at the schedule.
So, give me.
Yeah, there was a time where
I'm gonna say, give me 3 hot takes you think that's gonna happen this game. Give me some hot takes. Give me some, and I want some juicy ones too. No disrespect to either team, but give me some hot takes you think that can happen this week against the Eagles.
The fact we're going to probably expose a little of your run defense, we're probably going to run the ball effectively good. That's going to probably be the one thing that may be the weakness that you don't know about. Even though you did okay against the Falcons offense, the running game is still kind of a weakness. I think we might be able to exploit that weakness a little bit. I think defensively we might capitalize some turnovers, like maybe get some interception out of the pressure. Maybe it's not going to be like a high-scoring game. It might be a low-scoring game, so that might be the hot takes of it.
Okay, yeah. My hot take is that the Eagles will be able to take advantage of your cornerbacks. And, with our receivers out there, them young guns, that might be a big problem with you guys. Like I said, I want to see Miles Sanders get off early and often, but I think that's going to help bring up your safeties and get that 8-man box, and then that's when we'll be able to take it over the top, with a guy like Quest Walken and Devontae Smith. So my hot take would be that Jalen Hurts throws for over 350 against the Niners. You know what I'm saying? Miles Sanders should get his 100-yard game, and Quest Watkins is going to have, over 100 yards against you guys as well.
Okay. Let me answer that question of what the guy's saying. That was a good question that he put right there. Go back to that guy. All right. I think it's because Shanahan wanted to go with somebody on special teams, and Trey Sermon doesn't do special teams. So I think it's too soon to judge Trey Sermon. Let him be the fresher back, because we got injuries at running back. So let the guy play the next game. So I think Trey Sermon is a good pick, but I think against the Eagles he should be good to go. I think Shanahan just wanted to go with somebody like Elijah Mitchell or Jermichael Hasty who wanted to do some special teams, and that's what they look for in this offense. So that's what it is. So I think it's too soon to judge it. So it's one game.
He said Alabama is winning 28-23. Nice. Hey, when I left work, they were winning a lot more than that. That means Florida's making a run. He said, do the Niners really have a quarterback controversy? You know, not your opinion, but the fan base's opinion. Is that what's going on over there?
I think it's only because the fans don't want Jimmy. That's the only kind of debatable. But other than that, I don't really see much of a controversial yet. It has to be more convincing. Like if Jimmy misses some time or if Jimmy gets hurt in some way and Trey Lance looks really good, then you can say it's a quarterback controversial. But I don't see it. It's like you can debate about the rotation. That's not controversial. That's more like playing the little trick on the defense a little bit. That's like saying Taysom Hill is better than Winston, right? But we all know that's not the case.
But that's what happened with us last year with Jalen Hurts. You know, we had him in those special little run plays or whatever. And then, like, in practice, the team was seeing that Jalen Hurts was, you know, making plays and stuff like that, where it actually kind of started a controversy on the Eagles. Do you fear that might happen with you guys over there? Or you think Jimmy G's on a really short leash? You know, he come out and he have one bad game, then you're going to see him pulled for Trey Lance, or you think he had the little leeway as long as he stays healthy?
I take it more like one game at a time. It's possible, maybe, but I can't really predict the future until I wait and see what happens. But yeah, it's like if somehow this is a similar situation to what you guys had with the Philadelphia Eagles last year with Jalen Hurts, then maybe it's a possibility. But I'm just hoping it's more like the Patrick Mahomes situation where we don't rush the kid, you know?
Yeah, let them get the comfortable with the NFL game. You know, slow it down. You know, I'd rather have Jimmy G playing this game, to be honest, you know, instead of Lance because his athleticism. You know what I'm saying? We've had problems with quarterbacks that can run that ball. You know, Matt Jones last year torched us, and he's a garbage quarterback. So I'm kind of like, you know, Jimmy G's not as mobile as Lance. So I'm interested to see how much they use Lance this week against us. Because I know they watch tape.
I like the fact that you guys said you want Jimmy to play. I want you guys to say that because the fact that he's still our guy and he can still do some damage, but we'll still mix up some plays. We'll do a little sprinkles. But when everybody says, "Oh, I want you to play Jimmy," Jimmy might make you pay. So we'll wait, man.
Hey, man, I ain't worried about Jimmy G like that for real. But, you know, like I said, any given Sundays, you know, we don't get that pressure on them, then yes, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like even Matt Ryan last week, until we got that pressure on Matt Ryan, he was kind of lighting us up early. So, you know what I'm saying? Like we got to get that pressure. We got to get home early and often if we're going to stop the Niners offense. You know, they are potent. You know, I didn't like seeing how Deebo Samuels had 189 yards last week. That was crazy. Like, you know, we can't let none of that happen this week.
Yeah, okay. Since he's doing hot takes on Kittle, I got a hot take. Our running game's gonna go over 180 yards. Here's your hot take.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Kittle, if you limit Kittle to 60 yards, you're gonna make him more of a run blocker. So
how much
pick your
did
poison.
he have last week?
He had I think he had about 74 against the Detroit or 78.
So
but still, he still was a good blocker. He's still a factor.
Our defense is better than Detroit's defense.
I would say, but like most of it, he was mostly blocking too. So if you're gonna take like 60 yards of him, then you might as well watch out for the running game because he's a running game blocker. He does block. He takes pride in blocking better than anybody else.
Hey, no problem, man. That's what I try to do. I try to get to everybody questions. We try to make sure we answering everybody up in here. They be going fast sometimes, but I try to get to them. Let's see who else on your team. How many yards do you think Deebo can get against a guy like Big Play Slay?
I think Deebo had a really good game against Okudah, but I think Slay is a far better cornerback. If it comes down to it, I think Deebo might just come up with maybe barely 100 yards, maybe like 105 or something, maybe a touchdown, because Deebo will still figure out ways to beat a DB. Ayuk might be the X factor because he's motivated. So that might be the only interesting hot take. Is I think it's going to be a good matchup with Slate. What is it? Slay and Debo would pretty much have a good matchup. But who's physical? Physical wise, Debo's more physical, and he's going to probably push him a little bit.
They might throw Nelson on there because Nelson's a little bit more physical, probably for us on our side. You know, because he came from Pittsburgh.
That's part of what we need right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you got to match up with a physical corner.
I asked Jane and Bay had him on the other day. I asked him who do he think is a better receiver out of Ayuk and Debo Samuels. He said it was kind of a push a little bit. Who's your favorite receiver out of those two on the Niners?
A push between, but I think Debo's just a very physical guy. He takes his entire body on the line just to play this game hard. But it's like you need to get somebody physical. Like if you can put a Steven Nelson and he can match up decently with him, then maybe you're getting something good out of it. But oh yeah, there's that. Where you hiding at, man? I better not see you hiding on a Sunday, bro.
You know, as the Eagle content creator, we don't hide. We don't hide. You know, we take that L. We take that L. You know what I'm saying? Before, I will say earlier in the offseason when I did my schedule release, you know, I had this maybe being a game that the Eagles could slip up on and take that L in. But, you know, with those guys that you guys got hurt, I think they're in key positions. And that kind of swayed me the other way where maybe, you know, we should be able to pull this W out since we are healthy going into this game.
Yeah, I can see why it changes your mind a little because of the injuries. That's part of what got you guys thinking. Before it was like if we were healthy, it would scare you guys. But now it's kind of like it's anybody's ball game now. So it's like if you guys do exactly what you guys are doing, then it's anybody's guess. It could either be a long day or it can be a very competitive game, or it can still be the other way around where the Niners still have just surprise people with the amount of injuries. Like let's not forget about the previous year. We were coming off with injuries against Green Bay, right? And Green Bay came off on a bye week, and the Niners were fully injured, and they were still able to beat the Packers pretty bad. So it's anybody's guess, you know. It's like you may be the healthier team, but do we have the guys to step in? We got to wait and see. I don't know about Josh Norman. We got to switch coverage with this guy. If we're gonna play man to man, forget about it. It's not gonna look good. So I think zone coverage, disguise. You might need a fit there. So that might be the way to limit the passing game a little bit.
Hey, shout out to the 14 in chat. Please hit that like while you're in here. Subscribe to my guy, CG.RUTHLESS. He is a great Niners content creator. He definitely supports the nation. You know, he streams, shares all my videos. I got nothing but respect for this guy. So make sure you guys go hit that subscribe. Any Niner fans, please hit me up and subscribe to my channel. I am one away from 800, trying to get over the hump, trying to get to that 1K. So go ahead and help me out. And also subscribe to BIRDGANG Nation Sports Media. It's a new network. 7 days a week, nothing but Eagles content. You know, we got some great content creators on that network. All the links are inside the chat, the comments. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe before y'all get out of here.
Okay, let me answer this question. Let me answer that guy's question.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, that one. Okay, on offense, man, it's a tough one. But the way it's looking like Elijah Mitchell, but I'm still going to go with Trey Sermon because he'll be more fresher. He'll be physical at the end of the year. Defensively, a defensive player, the way it's looking like right now, it might be Diamando Lenore because he's getting comfortable. A lot of praises, but Hufanga, until an injury happens, then I got to see how this guy does. But he looks good so far. But I'm probably going to have to go. I'm going to have to go with Lenore on defense right now because he's playing. So I got to go with Lenore. But I think Hufanga's got the upside to be the better defensive player right now.
Hufanga's a beast. You know, he went to my boy, to USC. You know what I'm saying? I love Hufanga. I wanted the Eagles to draft him. We didn't get a hold of him, though. He said 180 too much soft shell crap there, right? I don't think there's any way in hell anybody's rushing for 180 against our defense. You know, like, all those guys that we have, you know, we're deep there on the defensive line. Those guys are coming with pressure. You got Cox, you got, you know, Milton Williams, you got Hargraves, you got Ridgeway, you got, you know, Kerrigan, Graham, Sweat, Barnett. Like, that's just too strong of a defensive line for anybody to rack off 180 yards on us.
Well, if you look at our scheme, if you look at our scheme, we are able to out scheme defenses. So don't be surprised. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if they're going to take Kittle for 60 yards, expect over 100 yards rushing, because you don't want this guy to block. He's a good blocker. He would open up the lanes a little bit, and it's a free play. So, like, Elijah Mitchell running that touchdown, he was not touched, bro. Can you imagine how further he can run? Ayuk is Debo 2.0, but that's why the Niners drafted him, because they're physical. Yeah, one's a physical, the other is a route runner, but they do play the game just like a feisty dog right there. So I think Ayuk is the one guy you got to watch out for, but Trent Sherfield's kind of been stepping in lately, so he might be the one guy you cannot underestimate. Ross Dwelly.
I was going to ask you, what guy, not being Ayuk, Debo, and Kittles, should the Eagles really be worried about in that receiving core?
All right, since you give me that question, Trent Sherfield, that guy's looked pretty good. He's built chemistry with Jimmy and Trey Lance during the offseason, and it's looking really good. But as far as like a player you cannot sleep on, do not sleep on Kyle Juszczyk. We will probably feature him in the passing game, and that's the one guy you don't want to sleep on is Kyle Juszczyk.
Anybody sleeping on
Juszczyk.
That dude's a beast. You know what I'm saying? I love that guy, man. Whenever I play man, I make sure I get him as my fullback. Juszczyk is definitely a beast. If I had to go one player this week that maybe the Niners fans might be sleeping on, I'm going to have to. So besides, I said Quez Watkins earlier, I'm going to go Kenny Gainwell. That's a running back, really good. Got a lot of promise. Scored his first touchdown last week. He can do it as a receiver or as a running back. So, we're going to be running a lot more 21. I hope to see a lot of read option and RPOs going with those guys. So I'll tell you guys to watch out for Kenny Gainwell for sure.
Okay, so he's like that rookie running back you guys drafted from Memphis, right?
Yeah. And the Memphis boys, they know how to put out some good running backs out there. Mitch, spin that reel. Hey, the next raffle is for Jalen Hurts, auto rookie out of 20, and that's coming at 1K. So everybody need to get subbed up, get some friends to sub me up. So with the next raffles at 1K, we got a lot of good cards going off in that raffle. Definitely on the road to 1K. He said, question, any Niner rumors that you believe have the most possibilities to come true?
Any rumors? I don't know anything that it can be accurate about, but maybe the fact that Trent Sherfield's actually looking better than Ayuk right now might be the case, but I don't know if that's accurate. But there's other ones that, like the Sherman rumors, it's possible if injuries come into play or if our secondary doesn't step in, then maybe we would make a call for Richard Sherman to come back. That would probably be the possible rumor.
Then have Sherman and Norman together. That would be pretty good.
Yeah, but we would have to play zone coverage or something, so we cannot play man-to-man. But there's been rumors about Sherman, and if it comes down to the secondary not stepping in, we might have to call back Sherman in. So,
how's his legal battle stuff? I haven't been keeping up with that. Is he out of that? Is he even able to play?
It's kind of like it's a complicated situation. The league hasn't even considered investigating it, and it looks like they may not even consider punishing him for some reason. So I don't know.
And same question with the Eagles. I've really been hearing too many rumors, about the Eagles. I've heard we might be looking for a veteran receiver, and the only receiver I think that's out there that I would even think about picking up is Larry Fitzgerald. He's older. You can get him on a veteran minimum, and he's also still got some game left in him. He can teach all these young guys a thing or two. So that'd probably be the only rumor I see can possibly happen with us. So the rumor mill is spinning. With Howie Roseman, you never know what can happen. That dude will pull the trigger like that and throw something out of left field. He did free up some money, but like I said, you seen today we picked up Josh Sweat, extended him today, and I think some of that money is just going to be used to extend some of these people that are on their last year of the contract and on the 1-year contract. So that's what I got to say about that. Jimmy G bench for Lance.
Very unlikely. Just not going to happen. We're going to have a winning season, and Jimmy's going to be the guy giving us trade values. So as far as a lot of people keep doubting my boy Jimmy, keep that same energy. I want to do like the Eagles mindset. Keep that same energy.
And what do you guys rank? What do you think you guys rank right now going into? Going for the rest of the season? Like the West is really strong. They got 4 good teams in the West. How do you see the Niners stacking up there?
I think we can finish second in our division because I think it's very much favorable for us. Like the Cardinals, they're just overhyped. They seem like a team that starts out good but then doesn't finish strong. And Kingsbury's not a good coach. Let's be realistic about it. Seattle, at some point, it's going to start to catch on to Seattle, and I think it's going to be the reason why Russell Wilson can do so much, you know. And then it leads to my team being second in our division because the Rams are more of a complete football team. They may give us some more problems than any other team in our division, but you never underestimate anybody in our division because they can give a good fight. So I personally would just pick my team second because I think we have a chance to make the playoffs and make a deep push. But I think the Rams are the most complete team right now.
How many players? I mean, how many teams in that West do you think can come get a playoff spot this year?
Okay, I could see it maybe 4, but nah. I think realistically, you're only going to see 3. You're only going to see 3 realistically because they got favoritism on some stuff like that. But I think realistically, 3 can make the playoffs.
Nice. And you said who's the 4th team in that division? Who's going to be left out? So you saying you guys, the Rams, and Seattle?
I got the Cardinals left out. I got Cardinals left out.
Ooh, man, yeah, that's a nice little division. I think that's what's going to hurt you guys in terms of getting 3 people in the division. That you guys got to play each other's twice. How do you see the Niners shaping up there? Do you think you guys are going to split, or who do you guys think you guys are going to get? Can you guys sweep any of those teams? How do you feel about that one?
Okay, as far as Arizona, it could be a split because they'll give us a tough matchup. Seattle, maybe this is the year we finally sweep on Seattle for once. Maybe this is the year we finally get over the hump on Seattle. And then the Rams, I see it more of a split. So if I'm guessing correctly, 4-2 in the division, the way I look at it. I think we can get over the hump on Seattle.
Yeah, if you guys go 4-2 in that division, man, yeah, you guys are definitely looking at playoffs there, man, for sure. You know, what else is the Eagles? I see the Eagles winning the division. The Cowgirls got a lot of injuries that, you know, that could possibly keep them from winning some games here early in their tough part of their schedule. So, you know, I see the Eagles winning the division. The Cowgirls coming up a close second. Then we got Washington Redskins and then the sorry Little Giants. So, man, it's going to be a good football year. We're going to see how everything shapes out. You know, best of luck to your team coming into tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what is your score prediction for the game? Because I know you got to get out of here.
Okay, score prediction. It's going to come down to the wire. And I think this may come down to Trey Sermon running for the game-winning touchdown. So I got the Niners winning 31-27. It's going to be a very competitive game. I think Philadelphia is going to give us a lot of problems, but if we make the adjustments, which I think we will, because it's like we've been well tested on the road, so we played well on the East Coast, so that's the advantage. We know how to play on the East Coast pretty well. But
you guys would definitely be last in the division. Whoa, Big 3 says the Niners last in the division. Man, that's rough.
I disagree. I disagree. The Cardinals are the team that will be finishing last. The Seattle are the least talented. But if you feel that way, that's cool. But I feel like we're the better team in our division. Just because of Jimmy Garoppolo, that kind of shows underestimating right there. Like, what if Jimmy ends up winning the division? Then what? Is it going to be the other way around? Just saying. Think realistically. I mean, Jimmy's a proven winner.
Yeah, he does win, but the problem with Jimmy G is he can't stay healthy. You know, and that's another problem that you guys have to work with.
Okay, but here's the advantage. Okay, we got 2 quarterbacks. If one goes down, who has a better chance to win a division? Stafford's out, Rams are in trouble. Seattle loses Wilson, they'd be lucky to get the top 5 pick or number 2 pick. The Cardinals lose Murray, they're done. Mm-hmm. If Garoppolo's out, we got Trey Lance to develop. He should make progress. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like we have the advantage to win this division.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I will agree on that one. If any one of those teams lose their quarterback and just lights out for the season, and you know, go ahead and stick a fork in those guys, they're definitely going to be done. It's let's see what else we got before we get you out of here. Oh yeah, my prediction thoughts is, you know, and this has no disrespect to the Niners, but I think the Birds are hot right now. We're going to keep getting hotter as the season progresses. So I got the Birds winning 35-17. You know, taking advantage of those injured secondary that you guys got over there and those other injured players that you guys got on defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a little bit closer, but as of right now, I'm going to have to go with 35-17 Eagles.
I can dig that. I could really be digging that, but Yeah, I could see it come down to that because if you guys expose the weakness, that can be the long day or it could be us catching on. So, I mean, dude, like, I just don't buy into the Arizona Cardinals, man. They're just overhyped. They're too much Kool-Aid, bro. It's like I don't really believe in the hype. I gotta wait and see how they finish. So I think they're gonna be fourth place, and it's unfortunately. I told my boy AZ Sports Fan, I don't see you guys finishing no better than third place.
He said, I think the Rams miss Akers. Yeah, I bet you they do. Sony Michel.
Yeah, but they got Sony Michel.
Yeah, but Sony hasn't been a dominating back in the league for a while, you know what I'm saying? So I think I like you guys' chance. You know, like you said, you said you have them splitting that the series between the Rams. I can see that happening.
Yeah, I can see it really happening, but I do see us get some issues with Arizona because they'll usually start out pretty good and then they end up struggling. But like for example, I just think that the Seattle Seahawks will eventually come down to earth and realize that they're not the same team. But hey, that's good, bro. I don't know about Dillard. I heard he's terrible. I don't think so.
Hey, you guys got coaches over there. Maybe you can, coach them up and get them on that offensive line, man. That'd be good for you guys. You guys just go ahead and send us over a third-round pick, and we go ahead and gladly give it to you.
I don't know, man. I heard a lot of bad things about this guy. I don't know if he's very coachable, but we'll give it. Man, I don't know. Hey, it's good, bro. It's good.
Hey,
appreciate it, man.
Thanks for coming out. Go ahead and let everybody know where they can catch you out on all your social media platforms in case they want to do some collabs with you or anything like that before the game.
Okay. Find me on CG Ruthless Sports. CG Ruthless on Twitter. CG Ruthless on Instagram. More than welcome. Like, I'm going to do a play-by-play on Sunday. Any of you Eagle fans are more than welcome to troll me or more than welcome to give me the love. You know, it's all good. It's all respect in here.
All right, man. Hey, once again, you guys go subscribe to my boy CG Ruthless. He's a great Niners content creator. And on the way out, make sure you guys hit that like. Anybody got a birthday coming up, any kind of anniversary, early Christmas gift, please go get you a TOURAINE watch. They are the sponsors of the BIRDGANG Nation Sports Talk. And use promo code BIRDGANG31 to get yourself 10% off. So, hey, once again, welcome. Thank you for coming on the show, my guy. And we definitely be keeping in contact. We might even get together on the a post-game show. So, have a good day at work, my guy.
I'll keep you updated.
And I catch you next time, my guy. Much love to all the nation. I always say, fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, this is BIRDGANG Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, BIRDGANG31, and we are out. Peace.
He chose not to have the surgery. He chose to rest and relax and hope it goes away. And then he ended.
We took a look at Gilmore, and if we got Gilmore, we win in the division. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like Stephon Gilmore.
Richard Rodgers. He's with our team over the last couple of years. But this is about our fourth time picking him up. What does that mean?